Howdy and aloha, everybody. This is James with Monotalk. Anyway, I just thought I'd use this new background that I have in my system just to kind of show you a little bit of the reason why I do what I do and why I keep doing. This is the 200th show that I've had. I've probably had a few more here and there. Maybe I'm just not keeping track or paying attention. But it's real simple. My goal here at Monotalk is to use those words, or the power of talking to get results. To get results. I have people that come on here from all over the world, over the country, city, state, just all over the place. And I know this is weird looking, but I think the reason why you understand why I have Monotalk is because of this thing right here. Okay? No, not that thing. This thing right here. Okay? This is what's most important. Is this. The planet is most important. Okay? This is what I do. This is why I do what I do. Because it's so important to have this planet and all that she provides. I call it a her because just like a mom, it provides and gives, and it does so much for us that I think it's time for us to give back. And in regards to our species, we have not been very nice to her. We've been actually very abusive. We've been very corrupt. We've been very heinous, terrible, evil. I mean, evil is good and evil a matter of perception. I'll go into that sometime soon. But my point is this. This is all we got right here. Okay? This is all we have. We don't have a bunch of Earths laying around, so it's on our shoulders, okay, to take care of this planet and to do what we can so others in the future can play in the same oceans we play in now, play in the same rivers we play in now, play in the same lakes that we play in now, here in the United States and abroad, okay? Our goal, this is so weird. I'm super sorry. I just thought the first time I've ever done this, so I'm going to just give it a shot. I'll take it off here pretty soon because I know it's getting annoying. But it's very simple. We have got to go in a different direction. The direction that we're going in now is bad. The direction that the two-party oligarchy, especially in the United States, the Dumbocrats and the Republicans, and I'm talking about the legislators, the judiciaries, and the executives, are taking this country in a really bad place. They're still dumping waste. They're still allowing this crap to happen. They're still allowing pollution like you wouldn't believe. The list goes on and on and on, and what they're not doing for us. Well, they're not concentrating on this at all. Her. I think I'm holding her in the wrong place. Maybe I should hold her here. No. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So it's very simple. We need to get a third party in there. Okay, definitely a third party. And let me go over why I think the Green Party is the solution. And the Green Party is the only way to stop the two-party oligarchy, the duopoly. These people that keep giving and giving and giving to their masters or their pimps. And it's not you, 99%. It's the 1%. The elite corporatists. The elite, the corporate, everything out there. They're giving to you. They're taking away your freedoms. They're taking away your ability to provide for your families. They're doing millions and millions and millions of things. No, well, millions, I would say, in a sense, that compound over each other to harm what you want. And that's a better planet, right? A better place. You know, if you want to change the world, you've got to do something drastic. And I'm not talking about a revolution. I'm talking about a voting revolution. I'm talking about getting a Green in office. And what I'd like to present to you is there are many Greens running for House. Governor positions are going to be crazy and hard. It's ludicrous to even think you're going to get a Green into a gubernatorial position. This is not going to happen. I'm sorry. But let's be realistic. What's going to happen, okay, is you can get one in the House. There's one, his name is Rodolfo Cortez Barragan, 40th District of California, and he's actually got a chance against an incumbent that's been there for 25 fucking years, who hasn't done anything, voted with war, just everybody knows that the Democrats have been a vicious cycle of promising the world, okay, but giving nothing, okay? Republicans, everybody knows, is they just want to sell the world. They want to use it, abuse it. They don't think there's a climate change. They don't think there's pollution. They want to keep oil rigs running all over, oil pipelines running all over the country. But they don't want to transport water, fresh water. They'd rather transport oil. Hydrogen cars are now running all over the streets. Tesla makes a car that can blow away Porsches. This is ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous that these two parties are continually doing the same thing they're doing. You've got to go green. If you want things to change, this is the only way to stop. And it starts in our country. It starts in our country. Because supposedly, the reason why is because we have the largest media outlets all over the world. We reach more people in the big six, the telecommunications companies that we have, that work for the two-party oligarchy, control most of what people see all over the world. All over the world. But we have social media now that's, being ripped apart piece by piece. Censorship and purging. Free Thought Project gone. A few other things gone. Okay, let me get to the list of things of why you want to vote green. I'm going to go to the list right now, okay? I'm going to go ahead and just tell it to you. All right. So first on our list is going to be overturning Citizens United. It's not going to happen with the current Democrats and Republicans that are currently in seats, offices, and positions. That's not going to happen. Okay? Taking down McCutcheon versus the FEC, getting money out of politics. They're going to keep the money in politics. If it ever leaves, watch all these Democrats and all these Republicans in the House, the Senate, and even in gubernatorial positions, and even some state legislative positions will disappear. They'll disappear because the money's gone. That's why they're in there now. They're in it for the money. Okay? Take the money out of the true and absolute campaign finance reform, so that the playing field is fair. The playing field is fair, and people are voted in on the issues and what they support, what they don't support, and how they can truly provide better service to the common people. Okay? To the U.S. voting republic, which we should be in control anyway, but we're not. Slowly, we're not. We're losing our powers. The NDAA, the Patriot Act came to the NDAA. That's when, they can mark you as a terrorist. They could mark me as a terrorist just for saying things like this. They could just say, you know what, that guy James is I think he's a terrorist. Let's put him in Guantanamo Bay. Boom, I'm gone. That can happen to anybody at any time at the whim of the president or Congress. That's pretty fucked up. Okay, also, let's go to get no more super delegates. Of course, we got to get rid of the whole system's messed up. Okay, I definitely support women's right to equality, equal pay, same job, abilities, duties, and responsibilities, for sure. Okay, all these things aren't going to happen with the people that are currently in now. Okay, nothing's happened. Since Martin Luther King and the Poor People's March, things are still the same. Okay, big one, full comprehensive universal health care. Full comprehensive universal health care. How is that going to change? How are we going to get it? It's not going to happen because the Democrats are in bed, or they're having orgies in a sense with big pharma. Okay, there's only a few big companies that were in charge or controlled the ACA. They did give you a few things like uh, pre-existing conditions, and they tried to tone down some of the pharmaceutical prices, but that didn't float. That didn't float at all. Okay, so they're still being controlled by big corporate elite donors. Okay, goes back to Citizens United. Okay, which the Democrats never bring up. They might say the word, but they never talk about it, ever. Okay, and I know this is annoying, but I want to. It's all about the world, so I'm telling you. Okay, so this like free daycare. Okay, free daycare all the way to community college being free. That's what I'd like to see. I would like to see some major colleges as well jump in to provide. We need smart people. We need educated people. They don't want you to be smart. They want you to be stupid. They want you to be immensely idiotic and naive. And they want to manipulate you, which they always do with the media, which is still happening to this day, sadly. They also, but the Greens want these things. The Greens want full comprehensive universal health care with no copay, and take that money out of the military industrial complex, the billions and trillions of dollars that we've been paying them, and let's get health care. Let's get colleges. Let's be smarter. Let's be more intelligent. Let's have healthier families. Okay? Let's do the things that's really going to help us and not the pockets of a few or just a handful of people. Bottom line, this is where this is. The Greens want to work for you. They want to be transparent, and they want to do everything they can for you and the planet. And the planet. They want to do everything they can. Okay, so the goal here is, I'm saying, if you want universal, full comprehensive health care with no copay, and get that money from taxing the rich a fair amount, or the same that they tax their employees, might as well make it the same rate that they're taxed their secretaries and their paper pushers and their employees or their workers or the frontline workers or assembly workers or whatever, taxed the same. They should be taxed the same. The corporations should be taxed the same. Corporate personhood is ridiculous. That is the fuck. That's craziness. That's absolute craziness. Corporations need to be put in their place, or people are going to be taken advantage of still to this day. There are some good corporations out there, I will admit that, some that actually care. But there are ways to pay for the things that I'm talking about. Okay? There are definite ways. That's not going to hurt you. All right? Okay, so we want ranked choice voting. That's what the Greens want. Ranked choice voting. Okay, we also want a higher wage. Oh my God. So when Hillary said 12, everybody's asking for 15. Since the 70s, it hasn't gone up at all. So we're seeing that the minimum wage has not increased with, okay, Laura Wells talked about this the other day when she was on my show. It's not the gross domestic product, but it's just, maybe it is, but we're not keeping up with our consumption levels, our consumption rates, the overall consumption, anyway. But you have to have a living wage, a wage that back in the 60s and the early 70s, one person, a single woman or single man's income with a family could take care of, could buy a house, have vehicles, and provide for their family food, and even go to the movies every once in a while, or go on a vacation once or twice a year. It's changed. It should be at about $23 an hour. All I'm asking, and all the Greens are really looking for, is 17, and maybe we'll get to 15. But we need to raise the minimum wage. Okay, if you've seen the business model in the sense of Seattle, it's working great. Okay. Also, marijuana. Oh my gosh, pacololo, pot. Mota. It's just It's not about getting high. It's about using it for paper products. It's about using it for oil and other industries. There's so many various usages for it. Plus, it really gives off an amazing amount of oxygen. It, if there's any plant that can really soak up a lot of carbon dioxide and spew it out as oxygen, it's a marijuana plant. It's amazing. So I like the smell. I like the plant. We need to have it. We need more medicinal places. We have dispensaries in California. Colorado's doing good. They're taxing it well. They're fixing their bridges, their infrastructures. People are getting paid. They're making money. It's starting to really work well for Colorado. So every country, every state should have marijuana. It's I've never seen anybody on pot rob a fucking liquor store. Okay, maybe they had some pot, but they were probably definitely drunk. Maybe they had a little pot, but they were probably definitely on methamphetamines. They were probably definitely drunk, but they were probably on some other opioid or heroin, right? But just pot itself, this is ridiculous. This is not a threatening drug. It just needs to be um, okay to use it, and it needs to be federally given to everybody to just have it. It's okay with me. I'm fucking fine with marijuana. Okay. Net neutrality is really big right now. So what I'm saying is the Greens, if you go down the list, net neutrality will be back and be stronger. So we'll have better, greater internet, web access, so we can talk to other people, so we can talk to other cities, so we can talk to our neighbors, so we talk to other countries, so we can talk to other people. Definitely, definitely. I want to show you what's happening right now. YouTube is starting to censor everybody. Facebook is starting to censor, and they're starting to purge and get rid of a lot of like the Free Thought Project. I mean, seriously, how harmful are they to anything? They're a wonderful, and oh my God, it's just amazing. So there's a new, who was it? Ben Schwann, who I really like listening to, and I'm with him on so many different things and things that he brings up. But what I'm really impressed with is he's starting Isagoria, and I'm going to show you Isagoria right here real quick. Just hang on. Isagoria. That's right. Oh, let me see if I can bring. There we go. Oh, that's not it. Hang on. There it is. Isagoria. Uh, Isagora. Now, from the ancient Greek, meaning equality of all freedom of speech. Okay? So that's going to be like the new YouTube. It's going to be like the new Facebook. If Facebook is going to continue down this road, I recommend people going there to Isagoria. There's some other places out there that you can't go, but this will be ran so it's completely uncensored. They're going to probably try to take it down, but hopefully we can give it enough support to keep it running. But we have to let people speak. We have to let people have their moments. I don't care if they're saying something crazy, stupid, wrong, politically incorrect, or whatever the situation is. You've got to give people a chance to express themselves on this planet. It's only fair. You have to do that. It's only and completely and absolutely fair. I'm in favor of legalizing, taxing, and regulating all drugs. Oh, yeah. No, I agree. No, I fully agree. But we have to start with marijuana first. Okay, this country is ass backwards when it comes to Amsterdam, right? And I'm not saying Amsterdam is ran perfectly, but it's a lot better. And there's also many countries that pot isn't really the big issue. The big issue is people being able to support themselves, live out of fear of being bombed, out of the fear of wars. And this is another thing that I definitely think is so important that the Greens always are in favor of is no more wars. Stop orchestrating them, stop creating them, stop manufacturing them, stop the military industrial complex from continually destroying this planet and all of its inhabitants. And that's why Montauk is Montauk. Because we use the words that we have. Use your words. Use your words. We use Montauk so we can get to people and say, hey, guess what? We want to speak about this. We want to talk about this. We want this to be the main conversation, that war is destructive. And of course, it is a racket. Okay, it is a racket. Smiley Butler, look it up. War is a racket. He stated this after the Second World War, or the first, or whatever. You just got to look him up. It's been a racket for a long time. 240 plus years that we've been a nation, we have been at war with some country, somewhere, even ourselves, or in some way, okay, in some kind of war, victimizing some country. We've been through about 38 to 40 different countries now, just killing people and destroying people. The United States, okay, needs to fucking take a chill pill. Seriously, that picture looks backwards. It's just me, or it looks, yeah, I think it is. It poses itself backwards. But anyway, what I'm really saying to everybody is the Greens do not want war. They don't. They're sick of it. They hate it. You should be sick of it. Just because you have the greatest stockpile of nuclear weapons doesn't mean you're the smartest and the best, right? Just because the guy that walks down the street with a bunch of people, okay, has the biggest muscles and is the strongest guy and he's totally huge and muscular, doesn't mean he's the best thing for that group. But the guy that's just a few people away from him, who wants to bring people together, to work together, to save the community or their village, to bring them a better livelihood, that's the guy you want to stand behind. Those are the people you want to stand behind. Okay? By the way, Jesse Ventura, I'm still for you, bro. I'm still for you. Go green, Jesse. Let's go. Come on. Get out there. This is your shot. You can do it. Anyway, I think Jesse Ventura would be a great green candidate. Me and thousands of people out there I have sent would love to see it. Let's get back on track. So it is about the planet, right? That we have on our shoulders. This wonderful, beautiful, fantastic planet that's on our shoulders that we need to take care of. And sadly, we're not. Okay? We need to definitely start doing that. The Greens want the planet to be stronger. The Greens want the planet to survive. The Greens are all about being green. The Green New Deal. If you've looked at, go to the gp.org or gp.us, I think it is, and look up, or go to cagreens.org and look at the Green New Deal and see what we want for for not just our country, but for the planet in general. If you want serious change to happen, every nation should go green. Every nation should go green, especially the United States. Vote green. If you want things to change in a better direction for all of us, you've got to vote green. Speedy Wookiees, did you see the David Cobb interview with Lee Camp? No, when was that, Speedy Wookie? How did that go? I have people here that aren't really big of Steve Cobb. I'm not really big of him. In our last interview, I thought, I mean, he's there and he's doing his thing, but honestly, I just haven't seen it. I haven't seen it from a lot of Greens, to be honest with you. I hear people complaining about Greens, and I got to tell you right now, Steve Cobb, he's not a bad guy. I don't think he's evil or mischievous or whatever his situation is, but he did bring up AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, which he plugged in my show, which definitely is a neoliberal and has already succumbed to the DCC or Democratic or the Democrats in office. She's definitely co-opted already. She's done. But it was weird that he plugged her in my show when I had him on a while back. No, I haven't seen it. Do you have any wonderful things to say about David Cobb? Because I hope they're good. I hope they're positive. Okay. But anyway, not to get off track, but let me just get back to this real quick list of things I have here. Let me see. Support legalized marijuana, got that. Privatized prisons, no more privatized prisons. Of course, Greens don't want that. Tax the rich as much as you tax their employees, for sure. Support the DREAM Act, DACA, for sure. No fracking. Okay, fracking's ridiculous. Fossil fuels, oil is ridiculous. Like I said, it needs to go away. Coal has been a stupid idea. Solar needs to be on every house, and you should be able to go off the grid whenever you want. You should not be attached to the grid. Let me explain what I'm saying. If you are to get solar power, it is required that you are supposed to go through the grid or whatever power source that you're currently using for emergency purposes. However, if the grid goes down, you cannot use your own fuel source, which is solar, unless there's some kind of agreement with the city, the state, the county, etc., which is really sad. You can have backup batteries, which are very expensive, but you can no longer use so you can only use the battery use that you have. You see what I'm saying? You can only use the battery use. You cannot continue to use your solar power, which is a sham, which is terrible, which is wrong. You should be able to use solar power however and whenever you want. You should be able to catch your own rainwater and filter it yourself. You should be able to do all these things freely on your own property. So property rights have changed over time, and that's something else we need to talk about in regards to fair rent. They have these new landlords now. There it is. United States tax liens. Okay, United States tax liens. These people go after people that are foreclosing on the houses, and there's a tax lien or something on it, and they go after houses because they couldn't afford their mortgages, whatever the situation is. And there's these hyenas. They're savages, and they go after all these houses. They flip them, and they fix them up, and they turn them over. And they make profit. Look, I get it. I get that. But the reason why that's happening is because there's no control over the prices. There's no control over the mortgage prices. There's no control over the interest rates. There's no control over the terms. There's no control over the packages that are still out there ever since Glass-Steagall got booted out by fucking Clinton. Okay? So with that being known, they're also taking advantage of people because there's no rent control. Right? There are places here in California that you would look at and go, I'm going to pay fucking $1,500 a month for that. You can get a giant mansion in Texas, in Oklahoma, in Alabama, in West Virginia, in Tennessee, for a third of the price. It's just ridiculous. Everybody should have the opportunity to own property. Everybody. Right? Everybody. So anyway, I just did the test page. Okay. What else do the Greens support? No more nuclear for sure. No more fossil fuels. They want to get rid of the Trans-Pacific Partnership for sure. Okay, and get rid of NAFTA. That was a stupid crap. Stop funding the war abroad, of course. Double pay our troops. You have Blackwater getting paid 4 to 5 times more than our own troops, and they're risking their lives and being thrown out in these wars continuously. But Blackwater and these private companies, they get paid 4, 5, 6, 7 times more, thousands and thousands of dollars more per person, per man, because they're specialists. Bullshit. They're just high-paid security mafia hitmen. That's all they are. Everybody knows that. If you don't know that, look it up. It's very simple. So no more of that shit. That needs to go. And that's definitely has to go. Corporations, not people, right? Right to work is fucking stupid. Bring back bargaining and unionization of all companies with 100 or more employees, with 50 or more employees, with 20 or more employees. No matter if there's 1 employee or 50 employees, they should be able to bargain with that employee in a table and find out if they can come to terms. But if you were able to pay people a living wage in the first place, you would need that. If you could provide full, comprehensive, universal health care with no copay, you wouldn't need that, right? You wouldn't need the bargaining would not, because most of these people that need things for their family are just a better living wage, a far better living wage, and being healthy, right? And providing them with education. You fix all that, everything changes. Everything changes. And the party that wants that the most, the people that want that the most are the Greens. Definitely the Greens. Okay. Let me see what else there is. Move stand your ground is stupid. It should this is stand your ground, or it should be called you're brown and you scare me and I can legally kill you now. This must be removed. Immediately implement, immediately. This is ridiculous. I'm surprised it's still out there. If you're scared of somebody, you just shoot them. Use your words. Monotalk. Hello. Okay, step up to the plate, use your words, come on my show, let's talk things over. It's okay, I'm all cool with that. Now, Second Amendment rights. Now, I believe, and I used to hunt, and I hunt in Alaska, I've hunted in Canada, I've hunted in Texas, I've hunted in all over Southern California. I am okay with people having guns. Okay, I'm okay with people with hunting. I am okay with sport shooting. Okay, but I am not okay with people not being able to use the gun properly or not having it registered. Okay, I want people that if they have these things, that all it takes is 2.5 pounds of pressure, and a 2-year-old can pull the trigger, by the way, with that much force, to be able to properly know how to stow these things away, properly know how to put them in the right place, properly know how to use them, properly know how to carry them. Okay, and like I said, I don't think there'll be any gun problems if people are well paid, if people have health care, if people have dental care, vision care, if people have a better infrastructures, if people aren't pissed off and you don't have this, what's the thing that you get from war when you're, what's the thing from war that you get? I know this is probably freaking you out, but I am talking about PSD. Is that what it's called? Hello, everybody. Oh, Speedy Worker's still there. Treat guns like fuck. Exactly. No, I totally agree. Insure them. Insure them. You know what I'm saying? Have an insurance policy on them. I thought about that. That's not a bad idea. That's not a post-traumatic stress disorder. This doesn't just come from war. People in sports have it too. Football. There are people in football that have post-traumatic stress disorder. You didn't even think that was happening. It happens. Anyway, that's a totally different topic with helmets. They're made to hit and kill and maim and destroy. Helmets need to be changed. They need to be crumpled zones more and be a little softer on the inside and outside to change the game. But anyway, yes, definitely we need to do that. Okay, we need to exile companies like Monsanto and the like. Okay? Okay, here's the biggest thing. And this is what happens when you're going to, and everything I'm talking about is where the Greens stand, where most of the Greens stand, where the Greens are really, really, really supporting or not supporting is what I'm talking to you about, is where they're at. Where I'm standing is where most of the Greens stand. Okay, I'm not saying it's verbatim with them. I'm not saying it's verbatim, but I say it's in the right direction, because these other two parties, they're not doing it, and they're not gonna do it. Okay, so this is what I want to get into right now. No more subsidies, kickbacks, tax loopholes for the 1% corporations. You know what? I could go on and on and on about how much crap they get. And I know most Green stands with most of what I support. But there are some out there that are a little different in the parties. I do know that there are some Democrats out there that actually would like to see and hear most of the things I'm talking about. By the way, Democrats, if you're a registered Democrat and you're a part of the voting republic, we want you to come. We want you to come and see what we're about. Okay? We are opening our arms to Democrats out there. We are opening our arms to Republicans out there. We are opening our arms to libertarians. And over 200 different parties that are in the United States itself. Just come and just see what we're about, what we're trying to do, and what we're trying to accomplish. What is our purpose? Okay? I'm going to tell you what our purpose is. And I think you're getting it, because it's right here. Okay? This is it. This is our purpose. The Green Party is about the planet. It's about the green stuff. It's about every stuff. It's about making sure that this plan that we have, this is all we have, can last longer so we can find a way, okay, to, go to another planet and, strip it of all its resources. But it's just our nature, people. Don't be mad at us. And there's a lot of species out there. Who knows? There could be that do the same thing, right? And there's a bunch of them out there. There's a bunch of planets out there. I'm just telling you, there's going to be a way that we're going to find our way to travel through space and time a lot faster. If we can stick together, if we can find a way to stop the wars, if we can find a way to get rid of the corruption. In our current path, with the Dumbocrats and the Republicans running the legislation processes of the United States, the judiciary processes of the United States, the executive processes of the United States, mayors, governors, presidents of the United States, they're completely corrupt. Democrats and Republicans. Completely. I'm not talking about the U.S. voting republic. I'm not. I think there will be some once a Green gets into the House. I think that's all it's going to take, is if you can get one Green into the House up there in Washington, D.C. Okay? I think Kenneth Mejia is a good person. I like Laura Wells, but that's going to be a tough one. But Rodolfo Cortez Barragan has a great opportunity. Probably one of the best opportunities out there to get in the House. That's why I'm asking all Greens all over the country to support him. Send him money. Go to his crowd pack. Go to his website. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take you right there to his webpage. And his webpage is on my, it's actually on my Facebook. And it's in the notes here. Okay, but let me just show you what it looks like. Right here, this is his website. Right? And there he is right there. He's such a good kid. And he learns, and he's flexible, and he learns. He's like AI. He's constantly learning artificial intelligence. Maybe he is a robot, but honestly, this guy is just amazing. Rodolfo Cortez Barragan is the only candidate running against a 13-term congresswoman, over 25 years in the 40th district. This is what he believes in: no more wars. Okay, working families, no more wars. Fight big money in politics. This is where we need to be with everybody. The thing is the Democrats, or excuse me, the Dumbocratic candidates will promise this, and they'll talk about this, but they're not doing it. Again, it's a vicious cycle. Where is that website that, give me a second, let me get to it real quick. I got to show you the Chad Wilson is Sir Chad. He's building this really awesome website. Let me see. I think he's published it already. It's really cool. All right, here it is, right here. Boop, boop. Let me get to there. Kind of show you it. There it is, right there. I'll scroll through it for you. Let me just refresh it. All right. Now it's just a little spinning thing down here. Isn't that cool? Dr. Rodolfo Cortez Barragan for Congress, California's 40th Congressional District, November 6th general election, only candidate versus a 13-term incumbent. Okay. Here voting begins. Here's the time. Green Party members needed for phone banking. Contact our campaign for more information. Or text Rodolfo to 41411. That's Rodolfo to 41. So when you're texting, the phone number would be 41411, and then you would text the message Rodolfo, and he'll send you information on how to help him. Here's his link to his page. If you want to call and leave a message and talk to their campaign, please do. You can send him an email. He's very transparent, and he's definitely willing to help everybody. Look for this insignia. He's Hispanic and somewhat Greek. He likes the Greece Prime Minister. He likes the fact that he doesn't wear a tie, which I think is totally cool. But guess what, Rodolfo? When you go into Congress, you're gonna have to wear that monkey suit. I apologize, but it's just the way it is. So anyway, this guy is real. Rodolfo Cortez Barragan is for real. And I'm going to tell you right now, what is all this crap that keeps coming up? It's so stupid. And I really encourage everyone in the Green Party to support, send $1, send $2, send $3, get this kid voted in. Now, the reason why I know that I've gone with him. Okay, let me change the background because maybe this is getting crazy. Let me see. Do you have opinions on the CA propositions? Speedy Wookie. Gosh, you know what I'm going to do? My next show, I'm going to go over all those propositions. That's a good idea. I know that they're just very confusing. I will say this about any proposition that you're seeing in a commercial that's coming on that's very well done. You have to know they're saying one thing, but something else is probably really happening. They misconstrued, they conjumble and contort the words, and then they say all these teachers and all these medics and all these firefighters and these people support when it's just a small group, or maybe it's for a larger purpose of people or money and power, and you don't know what it really is. But what I'm trying to tell you is, okay, is that you need to do the search yourself. Like I've always said, chickadee, chickadee, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Make sure that you're referencing everything. Make sure you're going to the horse's mouth. Quick story, something about climate change. A guy from NASA wrote a thing about it. He's a geologist or something like that. He'd actually been an astronaut. Fox News was portraying his article that climate change wasn't as bad as he thought. I talked to him personally on the phone, and I emailed him, and he said they took it out of context and they contorted my words. So this happens all the time in mainstream media. Okay, the biggest war we should be having right now is against mainstream media. That's the biggest war we should be having to protect this planet. To protect this planet, because all they care about is propaganda and these dog and pony show hearings that are out there that do absolutely nothing. This is what we should be helping. This is what we should be saving, and all of its inhabitants. All of its inhabitants. It's not going to happen with the two-party oligarchy. I'm sorry, it's not. I mean, look at the history of it. Like I said, since the Poor People's March of Martin Luther King back in the early 60s, everything's pretty much the same. Do you have full comprehensive universal health care? Nope. Is your infrastructure still falling apart? Yep. Are you still going to wars? Are they still being orchestrated by the United States, the CIA, FBI, or Blackwater, or whoever else out there likes to start these fucking things? So the military-industrial complex keeps getting richer. Is that still happening? Yes. I mean, the list goes on and on. Is oil still polluting our oceans? Are there freaking giant factories still polluting everywhere? Yes. Is it getting worse? Yes. Yes, it's getting worse. This thing's going to look like shit pretty soon. It's the color. You know what? That's pretty green, but it's actually a lot browner than that. It really is. It's a lot browner. It's a lot darker, and it needs to change. So, like I said in my show, which I'm trying to convey to everybody, and it's very simple. Do you want a better nation for all? Then vote green. Do you want a better planet for everybody? Then vote green. Do you want a better life for you, your immediate family, your kids, your daughter, your sons, your relatives, your friends, your neighbors, your village, your city, your county, your state, your country, your planet? Then vote green. If you want to stop the stupid, ridiculous, what the fuck are those Illuminati shit and all these little seance crap? It's just an excuse so these assholes can continue to still be assholes because they hold it under some religious belief, and they have these stupid fucking seances. It's just assholes having an excuse, like whatever religious practice they have, continue to be fucking jerks, to be assholes, to be terrible. To be terrible people. That it's because of me worshiping him. It's because of me believing in some omniscient creature that doesn't fucking exist. I guess. I don't really know. Okay? We don't really know. But what we do know right now is we've got to save this planet. What we do know right now is we've got to save the people on this planet. And all of its inhabitants. I mean, bottom line. Okay, so I want you guys to definitely be looking out for this right here, Isagoria. Okay, oop, crap. What is it? Damn, I'm so click happy. Click happy. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. Isagoria, support that for sure. That's going to be, something that we definitely need to start working on. I also want you to go to Rodolfo for Congress, Cortez Barragas, and I want you to help him out. I mean, instead of wasting our money on endless wars, we need health care and education for working families, students, seniors, veterans. Let's listen to the economists and promote more local jobs and abroad. Okay, this is who he's running against. Yet, at a time when America are struggling with rising health care and education costs, Congresswoman, I don't know if you can see her correctly, Congresswoman Lucille Royal Ballard uses her status on the Appropriations Committee to lobby for billions of dollars for the war industry. She's a lobbyist for the war industry. And she's a fucking Democrat, I think. No, listen. Look at that. This kid looks sharp. He looks amazing. Look at that. This guy's ready to go. He fits the part. He can do the part. Dr. Rodolfo Cortez Barragan, he's 30, I think he's 31 now, has been living under the leadership of Lucille Rose's leadership as he was a child. He's sick of it. He's been around that forever. He's sick of it. He opposes her support for the war industry. Let's invest in the community. He opposes her support for doing nothing. Doing nothing. Because he's still doing nothing. Because she continues the same old cycle of empty promises, okay? Empty promises that the Democrats have been delivering for a long, long time. For a long, long time. This vicious cycle. Like they're going to give you this and they're going to do that, but nothing's freaking dramatically changed. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you. It hasn't. The proof is there. The facts are there. The truth is in front of you. You've got to go green. That's your best and only hope right now. And as I said, if we can get a green into the House, and if we can see what that green does, and if they start making changes and making people look and making people understand and start to hear them out and what they want to do and how they want to help and support the people that they care about and the nation and the country and the planet and all of its inhabitants that they truly care about, foreign, domestic, everybody, then you will definitely start to see the two-party oligarchy kind of fade away. They'll start to get a little crazy. Yes, what Veronica says. Yes. Veronica Fembres, she ran for governor as well. Did a pretty good job. We're going to get you set up next time, girl. We got time. Okay? I'm going to get you set up next time for sure. Voting green is voting for yourself. It is. You're not voting for the corporations. You're voting for yourself. You're voting for your livelihood, your freedoms. You're voting for a better lake, a better ocean, a better river, better water, better air. Okay? You're voting for yourself because you want to take care of this planet right here. This is what you're here for. This is why we're all here, is to enjoy our time with each other on this beautiful planet that is still for us. Let's do something and keep it together. It's not going to happen from the two-party oligarchy, not from the Dumbocrats or the Republicans, and I'm talking about the legislators, the judiciaries, and the executives. I am not at all talking about the voting republic, the U.S. voting republic. They're just being manipulated and hypnotized and sadly controlled by mainstream media constantly. That's the sad part. So we have to go after the mainstream media for sure, because they're already coming after us. They're already censoring us. They're already purging us. They're already restricting us. You know, it's just a matter of time before they hear my voice. If I get any bigger, which maybe I will, who knows? But if something happens to what we are able to do to communicate with each other with social media, then we'll be lost again, right? We're going to find a way to stay together. Find a way to stay together. Stay united. Be uniform. Paddle in one direction. Save the planet. Okay? Hold her on your shoulder and carry her. Take care of her. Right? So I'm going to say, just like Veronica would say, vote green. Anyway, thank you all for coming. Veronica, thank you for coming. I'm going to go ahead and share this with as many people as I can. Spread it all over the place. Remember, if you want things to get better, period, for you in your life, if you're the 99%, you have got to vote green. You have got to vote green. It's a freaking no-brainer. It's a freaking no-brainer. You want to hear? I got this cool jingle. I don't know if you heard it, but I'm going to play it right now for you guys. Listen to this, Veronica. Hello, everybody. Howdy and aloha. Welcome to Manata. The earth and you are ohana. We hope you stay and talk. Oh, I just wanted to say one last thing. I should have Adolfo on here pretty soon. We're going to do a quick questions and answers. I want everybody to come on. Hey, Ryan, how you doing, buddy? Is channeling his inner anonymous. I am channeling my. This is the first time I tried this. First time I did it. I should have Adolfo on. Well, hopefully this week to do a quick short video. I think it's Chris. Gosh darn it, keep forgetting his name, but it's Chris Richardson has been on here a few times. We're going to be on sometime, hopefully this week, in regards to the 28th Amendment to the Constitution. He's proposing something really cool, which I think I think it's the Green New Deal. It's the Green New Deal, which we're going to try to push, which I think is what we all need. But anyway, thank you all for coming. I'm sorry it's a short show. I got stuff I got to do and take care of. Aloha nui to everybody. That means goodbye with love. And let me take off those special effects. I just should take them. Okay. Aloha, everybody. Thank you all for coming. Remember, save her. Save her. Okay? Save her. Save her. Aloha. Thank you. I don't think I'll do this again. It's kind of weird, but I like it. It's kind of funny. Take care. Aloha, you guys. Aloha. Bye-bye.